Time now 4:45. Conditions in North Alabama have been more than favorable for thunderstorms over the past few days. Turns out there is one common denominator leading to the soggy conditions we've seen. WAAY 31 meteorologist Grace Anello breaks down the reason for this saturated pattern. Grace?
Yes, well, of course, North Alabama and southern Tennessee have seen our fair share of storms, and it's because we've had exceptionally favorable conditions. But what are those favorable conditions? Well, it starts with one called a capping inversion. Take a look at our normal temperature profile. As we increase in altitude, our temperature decreases, like why at the top of a mountain we feel cooler than we do at the surface. But once we hit the stratosphere, we see a small area where as we increase in altitude, our temperature gets warmer. Well, here's what happens. During the day, our surface is heated and that warm air starts to rise and rise. But eventually, once we impact that small air in the stratosphere that's warm, it blocks our weather. It creates a cap. And this means that we can have clouds, but we won't have storms. So now, if we take a look at our stormy weather pattern, you'll see that our cap, or the area in the stratosphere that's warmer, is actually very small. It's a slight cap, or a thin or less dense cap. This means when we have more moisture and more heat moving to the earth, and that starts to rise as the day gets warmer and warmer, that warm air can actually push through the capping inversion. This allows us to develop cumulonimbus clouds that stretch high into the sky, develop plenty of energy, and produce thunderstorms here all around North Alabama, southern Tennessee, and wherever that cap is thin. So there you go. That's why we've been seeing such a saturated and soggy weather pattern the last few days, and that's exactly why we'll have it continue for us in the few days coming up. Well, hey, if you have a weather question, reach out to me at ganello@waaytv.com because your question might just be featured on the next Anello Answers It.